Hello from sunny Strasbourg, but the headlines are not so bright. In the House of Commons, MPs have once again rejected Theresa May's Brexit deal by 149 votes. What next? In Strasbourg, we debated with Michel Barnier and voted upon legislation for the EU's preparations for Brexit. Climate change is back high on the agenda, as well as non-performing loans, copyright, cybersecurity. On foreign affairs, the focus has been global, from Turkey, EU, Russia, crisis in Venezuela and Afghanistan. Well, Theresa May is certainly collecting historic, humiliating defeats as others collect stamps. With 2 weeks to go, it's an understatement to say time is running out. Whilst MPs are voting on whether to rule out a no-deal crash or not, over here it looks like an extension of Article 50 is not that straightforward as they believe in the House of Commons. In the debate here, the clear message was there. There has to be a concrete way forward, either a people's vote, extension that covers the entire transition period, or changing the withdrawal agreement and opting for a customs union or a Norway style. So whilst Farage and Kippers continue to pile the blame on everybody else except for themselves for the mess they have created, the Parliament here has voted on several preparatory laws in event of no-deal Brexit, from Erasmus Plus to fisheries to air and road freight connectivity. Interestingly, the Brexiteers, mostly voted against. The one issue that connects MEPs across the political divide is a long-term strategy to fight climate change. We adopted a resolution for the EU Prime Ministers to take action at the next summit. In support, we had the Youth for Climate movement here in the Parliament. They made it clear that they want climate justice and they want it now. On this, I added my voice in support of an agreement with Vietnam on combating illegal deforestation, one of the biggest causes of climate change and key in achieving the Paris climate goals. Other pressing issues: getting legislation through on 1, non-performing loans, 2, copyright, 3, cybersecurity. MEPs approved legislation that will help deal with the problem of the large number of non-performing, aka bad loans, on banks' balance sheets, a product of the financial crisis a decade ago. The regulation will require banks to ensure adequate provisioning for such loans in order to reduce risks and provide necessary financial stability. On copyright, we are bringing the EU laws into the 21st century and the digital age. As Social Democrats, we fought hard to strike the right balance between the rights of users, performers and artists. The new rules will make it easier to sell content throughout the EU by harmonising rules across the member states. Cybersecurity, another challenge in our digital age. To respond to the recent allegations, 5G equipment may have been embedded backdoor, allowing Chinese manufacturers and authorities to have unauthorised access to private data and telecommunications in the EU. The Parliament adopted the EU Cybersecurity Act. It establishes the first EU-wide cybersecurity certification scheme to ensure that certified products, processes and services sold in the EU meet cybersecurity standards, so that consumers and the industry are able to trust in IT solutions. Moving on to foreign affairs, we discussed EU-Russia relations, looking at strengthening our capacity to address hybrid threats, including the areas of cyber, strategy, communication and counterintelligence, but also highlighted our common interest in retaining a realistic and balanced approach towards Russia. The crisis in Venezuela is escalating. Citizens are suffering, running out of food, power, cash. We, Social Democrats, emphasise the EU's unique position, in contrast to the US, to be able to talk to Maduro and Guaido and the need to work towards a negotiated resolution of the crisis. We also called on the EU member states to formally take accession talks with Turkey off the table, whilst we continue to support the democratic movement in the country. And last but not least, I spoke on the EU Partnership Development Agreement with Afghanistan and the need for role of women in the public to remain a top priority. That's all from me for this time. Goodbye.